All right, welcome to the least common multiple, the LCM. When you're dealing with fractions, when you're looking for common denominators, this is actually what you're looking for. It's the least common multiple. So let's make a note of that. Least common multiple, that's also kind of known as the common denominator when you're dealing with fractions. So common denominator. LCM, now what is this guy? This is the lowest number that two numbers can fit into. It's the lowest number that two numbers can fit into. It's the lowest number that two numbers can fit into. I'll do the first example and hopefully clarify that a little bit. What is the least common multiple of 10 and 6? Here's how I'm going to visually write it. I'm going to put 10 and 6, and I need a number up above them that they can both fit into. Well, I can always multiply these together and I'll get a 60. 10 times 6 is 60. 10 goes into 60 and 6 goes into 60. But is there a lower number that they can both go into? There is. How about the number 30? And my lights are off again. So although they both fit into a 60, the 30 is lower. There we go. 10 and 6. 10 goes into 30 3 times. 6 goes into 30 5 times. I had to think about that. Now, is there a way to do this without thinking that hard? Yes. So I'm going to show you the way. It's similar to the GCF, excuse me. I'm going to prime factor this. What makes a 10? What makes a 10? 2 times 5. And what makes a 6? 2 times 3. Now for the GCF, I was looking for pairs. But for this one, I'm going to take all the numbers and bring them down. Now, you see this number 2? It's going to come down to the final answer just one time, 2. Down comes the 3, down comes the 5. So these 2's right there, they come down as that number. The 5 comes down over there, and the 3 is right there. So when I have a pair, I don't bring down both 2's. I squish those 2's together into 1, 2. And that's going to give me, what? 6 times 5, which is 30. Let's try another one. What is the least common multiple of 13 and 16? Well, 13 and 16, what can they both fit into? Now, I know that they're going to both fit into what's 13 times 16. Let's do that. 13 times 16. 208. Is there something lower that they can both fit into? Well, let's find out. I don't think so, but as you've seen in other videos, I'm frequently wrong. 13 is 1 times 13, and 16 is 2 times 2 times 2 times 2. Well, what is this? All these 2's are going to come down to our final answer. So 2, 2, 2, 2, because they don't have a 2 over here to squish together with. And the 13 comes down. It's just 13 times 16. It's just 208. It's the best I've got for it. Let's try another one. Least common multiple of 13 and 2. 13 and 2. So I'm looking at 13 and 2. I'm looking for a number above them. Now 13 times 2 is 26, so we know 26, they both divide into 26. But is there something lower that they can both divide into? Something lower than 26? I'm not feeling it. So our answer is just 26 on that one. Least common multiple of 24 and 40. Okay, 24 and 40. Let's see, 24 times 40, 960. But is there something lower than 960 that they can both fit into? How about 120? What do you think about that? 120? Can they both fit into 120? I know 40 goes into 120. Does 24 go into 120? Let's see. Does 24 go into 120? It sure feels like it should. 120 divided by 24? Yes, 120. Is there something lower? How about 80? Well, that'll go into, no, 24 is not going to go into 80. So, feels like it's going to be a 120. But let's check it by prime factoring it. 24, that's 2 times 12. 12 is 2 times 6. 6 is 2 times 3. There we go. That's 24. 40, well, that's 2 times 20, which is 2 times 10, which is 2 times 5. See this 2 and that 2, they come down to the final answer together. That 2, they come down to the final answer. That 2, they come down to the final answer. The 3 comes down. The 5 comes down. That's going to be 8. No, this was a 5, wasn't it? Sorry. This is 8 times 15, which is 120. Which is, you can't see it because it's off the page. All right, there you go. That is, what was that? LCM, least common multiple. You can do a lot of it in your head, but if that's not working out, you can prime factor it and bring the numbers down. Remember, every number, if there's a pair, they come down as a single number, but then all the loners, they have to get down to the final answer also. Give it a shot. Play with it. It's good stuff. Bye-bye.